Hello, welcome to another tonal landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy. The painting I'm bringing you today is called Dawn Paddock. It's a 6x8 and I painted this a couple days ago. Really like this painting and I'm going to talk you through some of what I'm doing, just chat about this and some other stuff. So, I'm pretty sure this is on MDF and pardon me, it's been primed with a couple coats of house paint to a tone I really like that has reddish tendencies but isn't over the top. I think that's important. The ground color is really critical because it's going to be peeking around, at least the way I work. It peeks around. So it needs to be something that will support what you're doing. And this is the perfect color for me. I've tried a lot of different tones, really dark like a burn umber, really red like burnt sienna. Especially red sienna is very transparent when you do it. A couple thin layers over a light colored board, you can get quite a bright result. If you look at the early days of the channel, you can see me painting on that, and all good. Sometimes I do again, but this tone's doing it for me. The color I'm doing my underpainting with, that's burnt umber, and I like burnt umber because it's transparent, but it can be quite opaque as well, and it dries quickly. It's the perfect marriage with the board. Now, I want to talk about the reference image I set up, and you can see that in the members area prior to the live painting session going down, and it should be edifying for you because it's neat looking, but lots of things changed. And I want to say that I did mess with this image in the Photoshop quite a lot, and I did use a bit of some other magic on it as well. It's a scene though that I painted before, and I think that was okay. It was a pretty good painting. It was this was based on a photo I took many years ago. Just kind of a typical New Zealand scene. However, what I want to point out is you see this tree we have in the middle distance, the little tree poking out there, really functions as a bit of a focal point. Normally, it would be the trees on our right, and in a sense, they really still kind of are. But there's a relationship between these different trees, and I think it works real well, as well as the path going up. Now, I didn't have a path in it last time I painted it, but I guess I'm just a pathoholic. I likes me a path. I think it's the perfect lead into the painting. It's the perfect way to reconcile the sort of stagnant uh, quality that you can get with a foreground that's just like a bar of something across the bottom. Now, you can do interesting things, and I've certainly thrown myself at that over the years, but ultimately you're going to see plenty of paths and roads and streams in my work, and that's the reason. I just like the way it brings you into the painting. Anyway, that tree I started to talk about before I got off on a path detour. It had a big round kind of bush on the bottom, and one of the things I absolutely adore about the technology I have now in Photoshop and with other tools is to remove things like that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, last time I painted it, I was not even that aware that it was a problem. It was something that was causing I guess I just refer to that bar in the bottom too as kind of a stagnant feeling, a feeling where there isn't a feeling of space that you can move through the painting. Now, and I'm not going to harp on it, but that knowing came about, and say I painted this maybe 5, it could be 10 years ago at this point. And like I said, it was a successful little painting. I sold it, but I've had that reference, and I love revisiting reference. Something's been bugging me. I'm looking at it, looking at it, looking at it, and then it dawned on me that's what it is. It's a compositional thing. I got to get rid of that. And it's so easy for me now with Photoshop to circle something like that, and either usually I'll just run the generate prompt. But if I need to, I can say sky, or I could say field, or I could say get rid. You can't say get rid of the bush, but it'll get smarter. The thing I'm building to here is that knowing of that bush being a bad idea, that only came about through lots of painting experience. So we can use these modern tools, and I've really been thinking about this a lot. I've really been using them a lot, and it's really improving my painting a lot. However, it's all based on the experience engine in your own being, in your own person. And what just listening to a very interesting lecture by this guy was the president of business at Google or something. He's wrote some books which I may check out, and he's talking about how the AI can solve like a ton of problems. And one of the reasons why is that when one machine learns something, they all can learn it. But with human beings, that is not the case. If you're a painter, you can listen to me burble on all day long in my videos, and I'm hoping that you will pick up some stuff. But mostly the way to cement any information you took in or you thought might be true or you might want to consider would be for you to try and put it in practice in your own work, and then you'll learn and evaluate. And that's a process that only you can do, no other human being. Um, I think a great way to learn, however, is books. I really like the physical painting books way better than I have a pretty nice tablet, and I do look at some of these painting instruction books on it, and some of them are really chewy and low res. But if the resolution's nice, you can pick up quite a lot. It's not so bad. But a real physical book you can have open on the bench, and it's a nice thing to have in your life. So check this one out. $60 US. Just sent one out, and happy to send this to you for $60. International shipping is included anywhere on the planet. Do today. All right. Talking about this. So what we're talking about is apprehension of compositional elements based on painting experience. But it's not just painting experience. You also need to have a critical faculty, which will build if you start doing enough things. Now, for myself, since I've been working, this is a 6x8, I try to do a painting a day if I can. That will build up quite a lot of paintings, but I will be creating exponential growth through that process. And I've been painting for quite a while now, seriously since 2009, on a pretty much close to daily basis, except for vacations and things, or, other days where you've got to take the car into the shop and that kind of thing. But I've had a hand in, and I've seen the benefit of doing that. And when you take that and you combine that with some of the tools we have for sorting out reference, it is a great time to be alive and to be a painter. And also, we have another factor in that. A lot of people that spend their lives right now doing things they'd rather not do just for money, that is going to be going away. I don't know if you're getting the memo. Hopefully, the people that are holding the levers of the capital on the planet decide to become altruistic and act like good Samaritans, and don't fight this process, because it's going to happen either way. Um, the machines are going to be taking over every job that people don't want, and unfortunately, maybe fortunately, unfortunately, a lot of them that people do want, like jobs in art. This guy I was listening to was saying, with something like the Mid-Journey and a prompt, you can, if you have a good idea what it is you want, and several writers that I follow, blogs, they're doing their own AI-generated illustrations, and I was a commercial illustrator. I can tell they're AI, but they're really doing a great job of illustrating the article with vast amounts of detail and things. And yeah, I don't have any jealousy or rancor there. I knew it was coming, and it's here. However, that doesn't mean you shouldn't paint. you definitely should be painting, because you put that oil paint on a physical board in the real world, yeah, maybe they'll have a painting robot. I can tell you the way things are going, they might have a painting robot in 5 or 10 years, but there's only ever going to be one you. You're the only person. Getting back to what I was talking about, when you learn something, you can try and teach it to someone else. That's why I wrote the book, to try and teach people about painting in a tonalist manner. And many people have got back to me and said it was helpful. It did help them. But when they learned it their way. And when they teach it to someone else, whether it's tonalism or anything, doesn't really matter, that's only going to be received by that person, that individual expression of the universe, in a unique way that's totally unique to them, non-transferable. Experience is non-transferable, and so is your own personal learning. And that means, as a consequence of this, that everything you create, especially in this physical reality, is unique, one of a kind, and therefore valuable. It will be the currency that means something in the future, because what are people going to do when the computers have taken all the jobs that people don't want to do? What are people going to do? Well, I think they're going to be doing art and trading it, and who knows what this is not the forum for that, of course. Who knows what the history of money will be, or commerce, or economics, and I'm not qualified to talk about that, but what I can tell you is that this is real, it's happening, and you could be scared of it, or you could embrace it. And if you're going to embrace it, you may as well be ahead of the curve and start making real things, real art in the real world. And this is one reason I'm not into the digital art. There's no artifact. And if there's no artifact, what are you selling? You're selling a print? Well, okay. And yes, I know it's, trust me, I did lots of art in the digital realm. It is thrilling to have an undo. It's thrilling to be able to concoct and whip up dozens of variations of a theme in a hurry. And trust me, the buyers of the stores that I was working with liked doing that too, and used me as their sort of expression tool, which got old. I want to express what I want to express. And this was the real genesis of me deciding just to make paintings in the real world, and stop being a hired gun. Well, because a hired gun illustrator, I did a good job. Proud of the work I did. I innovated quite a few things and styles where I worked, and if I was still in that game, I would have no problem using the AI as a powerful tool, and in the full knowledge and confidence that only I can do what I can do. Now, I tell you, here at the end of the video, it's a midweek burbling video. I know they're all burbling, but I could definitely lose sleep worrying about the fact that I have thousands of videos on YouTube demonstrating my full painting process over the years. And it wouldn't be very hard to train an AI to spit out things quite similar. I'm doing the same things all the time. That said, that's going to be a surface deal. And I think that will even be affected by, say you use that technology to create the AI mic painter. And it's going to be very possible to do. And yeah, though it might be a little easier and quicker because I put so many things on YouTube, but trust me, the AI is moving so quick that it can absorb and translate and imitate just about anything. So I'm not that worried about it. What I worry about is expressing myself. I'm a human being, and I want to express myself. I want to create beautiful things. And if I'm going to create something beautiful, I want it to be an actual physical object in the actual real world, which right now I sell, but will I be selling them when money's not money anymore? I don't know. We don't know, but I'll be making them. I have made sure I've got the boards, I've got the paint. No matter what goes down, I'm going to be painting because I love it, and I love expressing myself, and I love teaching too. And that's the reason I put all this up here. Hopefully you're getting some value, and if you are, that's great. I'm not going to go asking for hat in hand for the likes and the donations and the whatnots. Do whatever you're going to do, But thanks for coming around either way. And until I come back with another video for your edification and enjoyment, do me a favor, do me a solid. Take good care of yourself and your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble. God bless you and your family. And until I come back, fight the power.